The shrine was nothing like the grand temples of the other gods. It was humble, made of weathered stone, vines creeping along its edges. A simple wooden altar beneath a canopy of trees that offered more shade than glory. The place had an aura of quiet, unassuming reverence. But to the gods it was a place of meaning, where humility and devotion were woven into the very air. Every year, without fail, a little girl would appear. At first, she was small, barely able to carry the basket of flowers she brought each time. Over the years, I watched her grow, watched the child who had once giggled at the sight of my humble shrine turn into a woman whose steps grew slower, whose silvering hair whispered of time's passage. I knew the other gods were not pleased. Their shrines were magnificent, temples carved from marble, gold statues in every corner, incense that reached the heavens. They were gods of fire, war, wealth, and fertility, all showering their followers with divine blessings and spectacular gifts. But my shrine, it had none of that. And yet, year after year, this little girl returned. She always spoke with a soft reverence when she approached, never once asking for anything. Her visits were not for miracles or favor, just for the quiet companionship of a god she seemed to feel. It moved me more than I could express, for it wasn't the grandeur of a temple or the flare of divine power that brought her back, it was something simpler. It was love, not of power, but of presence. The years passed and I could see her aging, her frail hands trembling as she laid flowers at the altar, her once bright eyes clouding with age. One year, she came and knelt at my shrine, her back hunched with time, her breath shallow. She looked at the simple altar with a smile. "I will not be able to visit much longer," she said, the weight of years in her voice. "But I wanted you to know, I never felt alone here. Your presence was all I ever needed." Her words struck me deeply. I had been watching her for so long, her life unfolding before me. A child who became a woman who aged into a fragile being. I had no gifts of gold or power to offer her. But I could offer something different, a gift no other god could give. I decided to give her a parting gift, one that would be remembered for all time. I approached her quietly as she sat before the altar, her frail form so small in the space that once seemed so vast. "Child," I spoke gently, my voice like a breeze, "you have honored me with your visits, with your devotion. You have given me something no other worshipper could. And for that, I shall grant you one final gift." The woman looked up, her eyes filled with curiosity and weariness. "Do you wish for wealth? Or youth?" I asked, knowing the answer. She shook her head with a soft smile. "No, I asked for nothing." "Then let me give you my essence," I said, a ripple of power swirling through the air. "Let me give you a piece of the eternal, so you may walk in this world forever, beyond